You know what really sucks about YouTube and doing anime reviews? It's the simple fact that whenever you are a YouTuber and you got a little bit of fan base like myself, people come to you for questions. People come to you to hear your opinion on things. And it's episodes like these, like episode 6 of Scum's Wish, that really make it hard because it's such a touchy subject. It's such a subject of emotion. What I mean by that is simply emotions are illogical, to really put them in their simplest form. They don't make sense a lot of times. Does happiness make sense? Yes. Does love make sense? No. Does anything that really involves love make sense for the most part? Not really. And it's so difficult to talk about this episode because, I mean, you have Hanabi. She's really fighting with her inner self, right? She's truly battling with her inner self, her consciousness, and she's just kind of like, her conscious, excuse me. And it's kind of like, okay, she knows what she's doing is wrong and or bad, and sometimes she goes along with it anyways. But then at the same time, we see her, she's about to do something bad, but then no, she stops it, like what she did with Ekchan. And we find out that Ekchan's truly just a bad person. I mean, she's selfish, and she's just crazy. I mean, literally, in the simplest form for Ekchan, she is crazy. She like, put Smeagol, for instance, the ring, in Lord of the Rings. He's just so obsessed with this ring, and he doesn't think logically, and Ekchan's just like, that's, Hanabi's Ekchan's ring, and she's just crazy, man. Because at first I was like, you know what? That's Akane 2.0. I was like, she's Akane. She is the other Akane. And I'm like, yeah, I see it. But then, we're there in the library, and he's gonna touch her in the library and everything like that. Hanabi's like doing it because she wanted to punish herself for doing what she did. Because Hanabi's weak at heart, we know that. But it's kind of, whoa, this chick is crazy. But she has something that Akane has too. Ekchan does, and that is, don't act like your real self. Show people the persona, the fake persona. And I think that's what Ekchan's been doing this whole time with Hanabi, if you actually think about that. I don't know if a lot of you guys caught on to that, but she's doing that with Hanabi right now. That's not the real Ekchan. Until now, whenever Ekchan's showing her real side of being possessive and just basically sexually assaulting Hanabi, let's be honest here. Hanabi, sometimes Hanabi went with it, but, other times no. Now, I'm just thinking, like, what the hell? Like, Hanabi said no, and she just still came for it. And it's not her wanting to be desired, it's her just being possessive and crazy, man. Like, she's so obsessed with Hanabi. Like picture Subaru. He's obsessed with Emilia, right? And it's so weird how I can, just kind of relates this to ReZero in a lot of aspects. But he's so obsessed with Emilia, but he never crossed that line. Ekchan's crossing that line with Hanabi, and I'm just kind of mind blown by it. I don't really know what to say. But we also get to see that Ekchan's really laying the seed. She sees Mugi, she's like, hey, guys are fond of Hanabi, you better watch out. And now we see Mugi, he knows, he's like, my trampler's going off. And we see that. Now he's like go on a date with this one girl because she's just so persistent and annoying, I guess, is really the whole thing about it. But I'm sure he probably even takes advantage of her. And Mugi, I feel like Mugi's really been the one that's gotten beat up, bruised and battered the most for sure. Because you have the whole thing with Akane, and Akane's known it, and Akane's really just kind of like messed with his emotions. And then you obviously have Hanabi messing with his emotions. Because there was a time when Mugi wanted to settle down, like he does now. But then Hanabi kind of switched everything that's going on. Mugi slept with that one blonde-haired girl. Let's be honest, that did happen. That was wrong, but was it wrong though, actually? Was it wrong? Because him and Nabi weren't even together. It's just a mere facade, and we knew that. So I guess it wasn't technically wrong. They knew what they were, so I guess Mugi wasn't technically in the wrong. Now, if you move over to what happened earlier with him still being hung up on Akane and Hanabi wanted to be with him, I wouldn't say Mugi is wrong in that instance too. Mugi has done wrong things, but really Mugi hasn't been a terrible person per se. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. Leave that down in the comments below. Once again, leave it down. I want to know your thoughts on that. I feel Mugi's been led astray. Like, Mugi knows what's going on, but he's most definitely been led astray the most. So, I don't know. Mugi has done bad things. Let's just be honest. Like, it's such a crazy situation, man. Now, these seeds are being laid, obviously, and they're only gonna get bigger, and they're gonna start growing, and they're gonna start sprouting, right? But one thing, everyone gets exposed. I mean, Hanabi even realizes it. Once X-Chin says, close yourself off. Just be a persona. Okay. But she's like, wait. That something's wrong with that. They're sad and lonely. Even Akane's sad and lonely. It's one thing to be desired. But it's another thing to be desired and not ever really truly have someone. Not ever really truly have someone care about you. And that's kind of why Akane kind of got a little embarrassed, I guess, whenever Connie was saying some of those things about her, or catching her and saying, I'm glad you're okay and stuff, because that actually showing genuine concern for her well-being and not looking at her as a piece of meat per se, I guess. And I'm not sure. I mean, I know where this is going, but I'm not sure where this is going. You know, I mean, X-Chin's crazy. Let's just be honest. She's not even Akane. She's just really nuts. She's just a bad person. I mean, that's how I feel. Akane's a bad person, but I think Akane's not. She's that way because she's a product of her, her surroundings, her society, her culture. You're a product of the people you hang out with or the people you're around, right? And we saw what happened with all the romance and stuff whenever she's in high school. But I mean, Action, what's her excuse? Obviously she was crazy before the Hanabi thing. I mean, she kind of exposed herself in this episode whenever she talked about close yourself off and put on a mere facade, a persona. So Action was kind of this way from the beginning, right? I mean, she had plenty of times to get with Hanabi. I mean, it's not like she couldn't have done this before. It's not like she magically just turned this way. I mean, she's liked Hanabi forever. So, I don't know, man. I'm at a loss. I deciphered a lot of things. I hope that did help you guys out. I know I had someone comment on my last video. You explain things, or you bring up ideas that I don't think about whenever I'm watching this show, and I really appreciate comments like that. Like, that's awesome. That really makes my day right there. And I'm just flabbergasted. I'm dumbfounded, man. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm gonna stop the video here. As always, guys, I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at X25. Check out my Patreon down in the description below. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.